when you cast around, this lure is going to be, it's going to be twisting, helicoptering, turning, and a lot of times the hooks can come near the line. With braided line, man, that's a big problem. You're always dealing with the braid. It wraps the hooks pretty hard. The fluoro mono, it's awesome. It kind of stays away from the hooks a lot better, and the hook will never impale the line like it can with braid. So that little bitty leader is a tremendous help when it comes to fishing, consistently staying out of snags and hang-ups. So let's take a few casts. First, I'm going to take a cast. I want you to show my hands. I'm going to show you how I work this bait, what the rod looks like, and then we're going to cut over to the bait, and I'm going to show you what I'm trying to make the bait do. So, first is I'm going to make a cast out there and letting the bait settle. Some people will tell you you need to let it settle for a period of time. I don't really do that. I throw it out to my target. I'm usually trying to throw past my target. If I'm fishing past a weed clump, I'm going to throw past the target. I'm going to try to bring my bait up, from behind it, over top of it, and then back towards me so I can, get a strike from any position. But I'm going to reel that slack, and I'm basically twitching the slack in the line, and I'm just twitching the slack in the line. I'm not really connecting or dragging that lure. I'm just trying to make that line snap. And what that does is it makes that lure pop and spit. So they're, light twitches of the slack in the line, then I reel up the slack and pop, pop, pop. And I make that lure dance. I can make it go side to side. I can make it spit. So let's, I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna throw it out this way so you can get a good view of it coming all the way back to me. So what I'm trying to do is I'm twitching that slack, and you can see the bubbles that are getting spit out. That's coming off the face of that lure. Twitch, twitch, and let it pause. Twitch, twitch, let it pause. That pause is critical. You'll find that a vast majority of your strikes are going to happen just as it's sitting there. You have we have a trailer hook that has hair, like it can have feathers, and that little, as the bait moves in the water, that feather can just trigger that fish to strike. Twitch, twitch, light twitches of the slack in the line. You don't want to do this. You don't want to pull it, right? If you're pulling it, it's stealing the action from that lure. You're making light twitches, trying to make it spit. You can hear it a little bit bloop, bloop, and that is a tremendous attraction for fish. So twitch, twitch, pause. Twitch, twitch, pause. Now, there are times when you can vary your retrieve, and you want to vary your retrieve until you figure out what the fish want. And they're going to tell you, guys. They're going to tell you if they want it. There's times when they want it incredibly slow, where you're going to let it sit, and you're just going to slightly twitch it and let it sit. There are times, a lot of times maybe when they're spawning and you're coming up over their beds, just letting it sit there and frustrate that fish into biting. You're just going to want to let it sit for long periods of times with little subtle twitches. And then there's other times when they're feeding on bait fish where you want to get aggressive with it, where you just twitch, 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 pause, twitch, 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 twitch. You got to keep it coming, making a lot of racket, spitting a lot of water, keeping it coming like that. So you're going to vary your retrieve from super slow to really aggressive, and in between till the fish tell you what they want. And they will.